Hello and welcome. We're going to play ourselves one last game before I get back to kicking ass in other areas of my life. I recommend all of you kick ass in your individual areas of life. Find what you enjoy doing and do it well. Kicking ass is something I do enjoy doing, and I do it quite often. And you know my secret? It has to do with courage. Courage of independent thought. That's my secret. That's why I'm able to play less than intuitive openings. Mm, that's why I'm able to essentially just think about the game in a way differently than what most people typically would. And that ultimately makes a huge difference. I think from the current crop of players, uh, Caruana is someone who thinks very differently about the game compared to many players. And who else? One could argue that this guy who won the world championship, Gukesh Domaraju, he also maybe. And just in that same vein of thought, we're gonna trade off a rook. We're gonna sack an exchange in favor of um, a more incisive attack. You see, we've got the pieces lined up. This this goes hand in hand with what I was just talking about. Having the courage of your convictions and seeing it through to the finish line, even when it may seem unclear. Familiarity with unclarity, that's where you need to go if you want to grow. The tried and tested route is only for the coward, frankly. Yes, true, it's true. Pride does come before a fall, but there's much pride to be had before that fall's gonna come. Ain't that right? Look at this. Look at this. It's gonna peter out into an even position, I guess. But I'm confident. Just about holding on to everything. And we do have the outside passed pawn, possibly. One can argue. How you handle the king here is also a key question. Do we want to already start moving the king here via this route? Or, okay, let's push this pawn up first. Now let's come in with another one here. And now we can create an outside passed pawn. Let's attempt to come with a lateral defense of the pawn. This king is going to have a hard time coming all the way here, but he can make it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure if I've handled this well. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something on the king side anyway, just so that yeah, yeah, okay. Maybe we're gonna have to try to gain counter material for this one. Take an active rook and look for a late Siggy Schwack on the f pawn, and hope that your pawn with mass on this side of the board will compensate for it. We still have enough time here to yet again win another pawn. Problem here is that my king became vulnerable, but now I can actually rope the king in for defensive duties, so we don't have to sacrifice the rook for it. And in fact, I perhaps ought to have played a different move there. Yeah, we're gonna main. I pretty much have to take it. Pretty much have to take it. Can go for an even draw position, but I think if anyone has any edge here, it's me, because it's not going to be easy for him to win that. And this definitely plays a role. End games are so tricky, aren't they? End games are so tricky. We have to cut the king off. That's our only chance of winning, is if we cut the king off. Ah, whatever. That didn't do much. Ultimately did it. Okay. Okay, now we got to cut the king off here and win the pawn, and it's a good draw. All right, let's have a look at the game review. Got a couple of minutes left before I gotta go. Wow, top-notch game. 90% versus 90%. It's just a grandmasterly finish, ain't that right? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, we definitely played fast and loose with the rules of chess here, and it's totally fine. I know how people are. I know that when you're down somewhat in material, the exchange sack oftentimes does pay off. So just from a practical perspective, computer evaluation is one thing, but the human evaluation is equally important. And yeah, I wasn't sure actually. This is critical to look at. So okay, what happens here? Very tricky position, but the thing is, it's always going to be hard to convert this. And yeah, wasn't so easy. Okay. So position started to get a little bit challenging for black here, and then I abandoned into the different angle. And here, perhaps to his discredit, he shouldn't have taken the pawn so quickly. He should have already gone on the he should have already started pushing the pawn forward, because this is how you can win the game. But he wasted a few tempo by trying to hold the little gold he no longer really has. And yeah. tried to make it a little bit practically challenging by cutting off the king, but here, of course, I should have probably advanced the pawn or done something different. Just don't see what would happen after the rook comes here. So ultimately, we ended up with this line. Instructive move here, obviously, to come right to this square, cutting the king off, and just staying patient, knowing that you've got this pawn covered. If, on the other hand, you come in with the rook all the way here, then things could get messy before you realize it. Maybe. Anyway, hope you enjoyed and catch you later.